Hey, can you hear me now? All right. Dang, was my stream intro not happening either? I swear I saw the desktop audio going through. Um, oh well, oh well. Yeah. Yeah, it was all silent. Oh my God. Okay, let me fix that audio too real quick. It's because I was doing a bunch of stuff with the sound card. So I think you guys hear my stuff now. Right? Because I'm using these headphones, the cable. But I've been working on, I essentially got an overhead mic and a kick mic up. I think it's like all okay positioning. Dude, it's been a whole project. But I think hopefully soon I'm going to be able to boot up. And it's not going to be anything crazy, but I'm going to be able to play along with stuff I like. And also, like, karaoke streams stopped because it was a whole mess to get it all to be at the same time. What's going on here? My headphones are quiet. Oh no, the game is quiet. Because I was on with Mystic last time. But yeah, I hope you all are alright. I'm like tired. Shop for cars? That sounds horrible. Thank me for my patience. What were we waiting for? Misa's like poking around under my bed. Get the OG. Dude, is that Tim Allen? What else they got? Interesting. I was looking at the Lego ones. That's I don't like that. I'm just gonna filter by kicks because that's all I really care about. Unless I guess they released the DeLorean, so those are horrible. Did I turn everything down? Why is it so quiet? Yeah. What do you want, cat? He's staring at me like, what are you gonna do to entertain me? Nothing. Absolutely nothing right now. Oh, that was a fat finger. I have my soundboard up. So naughty, Nisa. What are you doing? I don't care. I'm just booting in on like something. Well, oh shit. I don't actually know if he's on. Looks like he's AFK.
Charlie's real.
I appreciate the look, Charlie. Misa. Okay, I'm gonna leave the party. Who does he in there with? He's with Monique, because Monique is on. So we'll bully this guy. Because I know he deleted it. And that'll be it. My brain feels a little like mush. Oh, no. Doing everything she can to interrupt me. She's like, no, don't do that. Son. Oh. Cat's doing cat stuff. Non ne so. I guess I gotta actually drop, huh? Yeah, now I just have to not move anything ever again. I've still been sound testing stuff with drums. And I guess my big realization today is that if I slouch, my head is over the snare drum. And it's between the mic and the snare. So instead of going directly to the mic, it goes like around my head. Like a lot of... Please do not, Nisa. Dude, that's... Do not... There we go. She like turned around. Naughty Nisa. Watch. The second we're about to win, pop in. Okay, maybe we're safe. I feel like I should have drank more water today. That's the impression I have right now with how I feel, I think. Wow. It's pretty good. Pretty not good, but it's okay. I am still always astounded by how jittery this is until I redial in. No Simpsons cartoon map. No Simpsons tire fire to launch cars like halfway across the map. What does Fortnite come to? I don't know, my brain feels awake. But dang, I feel like worn out. That's not... see what's going on in here. Wow. Look here. I just want to grab the scroll suit. That way I can get anywhere fast. I don't care about the car anymore. I think shield is the big priority. Not that I was about to say not that I could just choose to get it, but I think I actually can in this situation.
Cool.
Yeah. And that's nice. Very good. Oh. These suits are fun. Oh, I like that it shows where the storm is on the map too now. Got greedy. I was gonna try and fly somewhere more. Is that a rift? No, that's a plant. Wow. They're kind of different things. I think it's funny that they put those in, like, yeah, ask about Fortnite lore. Added a new place. It looks like there's new to me. Stuff. It has to have dropped today, though. This is just zero build, no? Because it's the collab weapon. Bot behavior on my end. Swap. This will be fine. Need something up close anyway. Did I boot in Barang? Long range. I actually don't think I need a shotgun because I think in most situations. Somebody caught me. No, we're not in a bad place right now. Hide for a second though, because I know somebody who was shooting at me is probably still watching me. guess we should get those shock waves because we already have them. That's kind of what I was wondering about. I've mentioned it before. It'd be interesting if one season you had to get out of your car to loot stuff you already had. Because right now I can just also check it. Same gas price as it's always been. 165, 167, 173. Hey. Required. I love dried fruit. I was about to say the most old person thing ever. I say like dried fruit is like candy without all that crap in it. That's maximum boomer posting. I I heard somebody else there. Gotta heal. My headphones on backwards. Tesla Cybertruck is so goofy. Stuck. No health. It's a little late to be lacking. This is okay, right? Get a little extra. Same with these, I'll get extra that can hopefully make the difference. I feel like super post-workout. Gonna be good. I can't break that glass. I don't think anybody would actually come down here. Honestly, yep. We could check down here for more. So we're gonna have to go through some. It's another shoe there. Solid. I think that was the first one, no? We'll talk to the last person too. I'm hungry. Looks like Cinderella knockoff. John Cena. Forgot about this one. It's cool, but the outfit is, not for me. But yeah, I was thinking about it because of time stuff. I think generally speaking, music stuff is going to be earlier in the day. Drums are loud, Sus. Well, but yeah, I think again, I gotta listen to the recording. Go back. It's a process of like you kind of got to take a long sample of playing a bunch of different ways and then try and. I think when my head isn't over this year, though, it's getting a pretty good sound, which is usually the I don't know. It's a lot of tinkering, Put tape on it, and then you gotta take some tape off, and then you gotta put tape back in a different spot. Maybe. What's this? Nice. I thought we were loading screen buddies. No way they're shooting at me. They are. I am pretty excited though. It didn't sound. I was nervous that I was gonna turn it on the mic, and I was gonna be like, "Wow, this sounds like shit." But even more so, I was worried I'm gonna turn on the mic, and I'm gonna think this sounds like shit, and I'm not gonna know what to do about it. And then that's frustrating. I feel like it's been interesting. I think I might have to be a little. I'm gonna have to adjust a little. That's not. I could actually pull it up in a bit too. It was just me like messing around. It's not like good or impressive drumming, but it is what the something like what it's gonna wind up sounding like. Would be fun. I have the tracks. I just and I can show you too. I can hear. It's interesting going back, and that's why I like taking. I think it was like a 20-minute, 20 minutes where I was just busting it out, and I would do that and then listen back, skipping through, just like when I was setting up my stream, honestly, and seeing like what sounds good, what sounds bad. I appreciate the lyric. It's exciting. I don't think though. I don't know. I was kind of. It's more so because I feel very motivated after listening to like mostly Lewis Cole, but also some other musicians. But I'm so excited for this. These kicks look pretty cool on this gun. I think they match really well. I know. I also feel good. I've finally been like, I feel like at first, and I feel like I'm almost ready to start like watching real, like, kid shows versus like comprehensible input stuff. Just cool stuff geared for kids versus geared for like learners. I'm forgetting Mafalda, I think, right? I'm waiting until I can read those. I'm excited for that. I've heard it compared to Calvin and Hobbes, and the first strip I read was pretty funny. It was almost like a Calvin type arc where she's like looking at a globe. And she's like, wait, like, we're upside down? Because she's in the southern hemisphere. The bit.
And so then they're like drawing them all upside down. Jeez. Which is like super Calvin and Hobbes. Oh. That is trash. It's garbage, garbage. I think I hit him from pretty close. And it said headshot. It's like, what the heck? Yeah, I guess the last hump and things I need to finish before I can actually boot up and stream drones is one. I think I gotta figure out how I'm reducing it. I need to get some effects up so that it doesn't just sound good. It sounds good. It's Die eating mango in the last circle. To close is. They are backwards. God damn it. Oh my god. There's nothing. Oh my god, I need this. Well. I can't believe I did that. Oh, I just jumped too late. Oh.
Every fish in the sea's the one for me. From the shore to the deep, I swim so free.
What I got here? Let's just. Oh, those aren't as bad as I thought. They're not good.
Every fish in the sea's the one for me. Best God's decree. From the coast to the reef, I rule the sea.
Dude, has Jake seen this? That's kind of tempting. Stuff is cool. How much is this one? I have a
deepest oceans and the coldest seas. I push and pull the tides with the slightest ease. I crash my waves on the rocks like thunder.
But what does he normally look like? Goofy. He looks different in the Lego one. Got a mouth. You got a mask on.
Every fish in the sea's the one for me. From the shore to the deep, I swim so free.
This is good stuff. What else they got? Yeah, like that stuff? That's cool. Oh, helmets. They have a fish store, I guess.
Yes, thank you very much, citizens.
I like these decorations. Lego bonsai.
Been more like it, but I appreciate the sentiment. My dolphin subjects bow to me. They cry with
Oh my gosh.
I roam the deepest oceans and the coldest seas. I push and pull the tides with the slightest ease.
I don't even think that's gonna be the big one.
I crash my waves on the rocks like
Might be. It is the 3-store game. 2, 3. I mean, that's also. That'd be the cool sequel, but I'm tempted. It's a solid pass.
every fish in the sea's the one for me. From the shore to the deep, I swim so free.
These lights, great. The dividers that are actually meant to be dividers. I'll be right back. Whatever. Bob. Wow. How much do they want? Yeah, that's the thing. I think they made it cheaper though. I think it was 1.6. I mean, how much more do we have? We might be able to do that. Still get whatever. let's say we have this, but what if we did a so one, excuse me, 2, 3. We have that. We have that. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that's not what I'm looking for. Show me the regular one. Yeah, there. But where's the bonus? There it is. I forgot to count, but it's still like 5 or 6, no, something like that. I don't remember what I got. It's like 0.5. It's pretty tempting. Yeah, because these are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's this? Reload pass. What mode? Reload. I'll play reload even though I'm not a big fan. I'm gonna get comments. Give me a sec. It didn't boom me in. Oh, I'm already. Is there different in that art style? Or I got no strat. Perfect.
Oh crap, I'm in builds. All reloads is build, huh? They need to make caffeine, but like 100 times as strong. Less addictive than cocaine. You know, they did a test at one point. But they had a dog that had slept and a dog that had been awake for a long time, and they basically like did a blood transfer between them. They found that the one that hadn't slept in more energetic. Um, I just need that. You just take my blood out. Give me better blood. You know. You know. Gonna go in here. Gonna hit a horrible jam. Misa's being surprisingly quiet. Just like passed out, hugging her legs. Oof. Like a green screen would look so nice, but I also don't think I would use it. Fine how it is.
I have the hiccups. Oh my gosh. Imagine podcast. Has hiccups. No, you don't have to imagine. Alright. Acceptable. $18. It's a lot of fights that nobody is dying in. I do like this kill counter on my weapon. Become this in dangerous situations. We'll be fine. Wow. Oh. This more fight stuff. Let me... Eight people. Wow.
That was underwhelming. Wow. Who needs friends when you've got enemies like that?
I'm Kiara, I got something to say. I'm Kiara and I'm coming to play. I'm Kiara, I got something to say. I'm Kiara and I'm coming to play. Let's make up, let's go. I don't care about the past. Let's get married in Vegas. We don't need guest list. I don't wanna think too much.
Wow, what do we got here?
Wanna think it through and got me, but I'll show.
6-7, I just bit right on the highway.
Gotta say,
6-7, I just bit right on the highway. 6-7, I just bit right on the highway.
not today or tomorrow. Just another great day to have fun inside the mood. Gonna win it, I don't care what they
Is there
gonna win it, sweats, get out of my way. I'm gonna win it, I don't care what they say. Gonna win it, sweats, get out of my way.
that looks all right.
You never know just who I'm
It's
gonna
not bad.
only just 'cause I wear the crown on my head. They keep on
I was never really into that.
who to thank.
I did like Legos. They didn't have any of those sets.
There's nothing else that I wanna do. No day or tomorrow, just another great day in the loop. I just wanna fight. There's nothing else that I do. No today or tomorrow, just another great, just another great day to have fun inside the loop.
Wow. How am I supposed to level that? I don't understand. View quests. Go to quests.
I got something to say.
There's no quests.
I'm coming to play. I'm Kiara, I got something to say. I'm Kiara and I'm coming to play.
Is that it? I don't understand that pass. I think honestly, I might just do that for Fortnite. That might be it. Wait, let me check Rocket Racing, but I think I do want to get skate soon. There's no Spider-Man.
It doesn't matter 'cause I'm gonna win anyway. They think they got me, but I'll show 'em when I join the fray.
Nah.
Gotta say, okay.
I don't think I've played most of the games anyway. I played like Peak. I played
Gonna win it, I don't care what they say.
I think that mode is so fun.
Let's get out of my way. I'm gonna win it, I don't care what they say. Gonna win it, let's get out of my way.
But yeah, I was going through Twitch and like everybody was watching the Game Awards.
Only just 'cause I wear the crown on my
I
They keep on coming, they
don't know.
they know who to thank.
Have there been any like big surprise? I just spat. Have there been any like big surprises? I assume like Peak is probably multiplayer. I don't know. But yeah, driving down the hill is so satisfying. Fat tacos. Am I in ranked? I assume I'm in ranked. The goofy thing is how many different cars and car physics Epic has. Because this is different than Battle Royale. And then Rocket League obviously has its own. I think it's funny that they chose to go with Rocket Racing, too. It's a little close to another IP they already have. I feel like people would just get confused about it. We might be in casual. I'm surprised it has modes like that, because I don't think it's that popular that it needs ranked stuff. They just gotta get rid of the cutoff point. That could have lost me this whole thing. Anybody. It's casual, I think. Oh, no, it's rain. New season. It was just so that they know I'm better than. We'll do it again here. I do wonder, how many people play all these other modes? I assume everybody who plays Guitar Hero is either just playing Guitar Hero or Clone Hero. Because they don't have to get the songs? No. I'm being so sloppy. It's crazy that they are not catching up. I think that's actually always detrimental to your time. But... so it makes it a flex. Still haven't finished. How long is this last guy gonna take? What do we get? Those wheels are alright. Trail is alright. I like this mode. It is only silver, though, as well. Keep running out of water. My body is still trying to cool off. I can pull up, like, a recording of what it's, before we put into Escape, maybe. I'll pull up how I can show you what it sounds like. There's no effects. Right now it's just trying to make it sound good without that stuff, so that when the stuff gets put on it, it sounds really good. I've spent a long time on it today. Not even like serious playing, just like recording, testing. I'm not sure exactly how it'll show up for you guys. And that's part of the problem, is I have to figure out how to get everything mixed to the one track that OBS picks up. And then I mute the desktop audio. I'd say though, like within the week, if stuff goes really well, I can make it sound alright. And figure out how I'm balancing everything, like me with the music. Because I'm going to need a button to swap between this mic and those, because you are not going to hear me. I was trying it. You can't really hear me talk. I'd have to, like, scream to be picked up. I need to be very, like, careful with cymbals, too. Because they're a little bit higher up, so they're closer to the mic. And so they're louder. There's different ways to go about it, but I think, like, I did tape cymbals up today while I was doing stuff. Like, I got some electrical tape. It's literally just like, oof. Hey, the cymbal is loud. If I can take some of the ring out of it in the middle, the edge can still vibrate and get a good sound. So I was like putting tape in the center of the cymbals versus just like across. Kind of just going across too. I wasn't being super careful. It's not a perfect thing, because it's already, I don't know, you'll see. I don't think it sounds bad. I spent like a long time. I tuned the top heads, I tuned the bottom heads, I checked out how much muting stuff is needed. I've just been doing my best to make everything sound the best it can, so that I'm the only thing that can go wrong. Cause that's and I'm still like kind of sloppy, but some of that is just building up muscles, getting strong. I have to use the bathroom. Yeah, I'm probably gonna come back with skate. I'll leave it on this though while I hit the BRB, just so that I don't have to pull up music. Sorry.
In the back, all of these zeros are a typo. What a combo. Pretty face, big back at big
Cold-blooded road runner, you don't want it. Adorn to go with icy VVS like some snow coming. Run up all the loot at this moment, or it's more gunning. Zoom in and out these banks, they gon' need more funding. Go and get the bag, call your squad, they gon' blow something. Go and get the bag, more jewelry and more money. Get the drop, they taking, breaking in, I bet it's making out. Busting out and swerving, moving fast, no time for chilling out.
all of these zeros are a typo. What a combo. Pretty face, big back at big
We got the bag.
Get this money.
Determined to chase pay. Is you gon' ride silly? Playing in they face, see why we call it the Crimson City. Popular, sitting pretty, nimble, demure, and witty. Living for the thrill, hoping people don't try and zip it. Pretty with an attitude, it's ugly if she mad at you. Setting up the profit for the taking till it's tangible. Vroom, that's them rolling up. Shh, that's them loading up. Everybody underestimating, time to show they bluff.
All of these zeros are a typo. What a combo. Pretty face, big back at big
Go and get the bag.
It's gold, never die.
Go and get the bag.
What's yours is mine.
Go and get the bag.
I'ma get this money.
Go and get the bag.
I'ma get this money.
Go and get the bag.
It's gold, never die.
Go and get the bag.
Always dripped in your eyes.
Go and get the bag.
I'ma get this money. This money. This money. All of these zeros are a typo. What a combo. Pretty face, big back at big all of these zeros are a typo. What a combo. Pretty face, big back at big this money.
Paper to the lung set, tripping over easy shit. Should've been an easy get, but you blew it, capiche? No more sliding back, confrontation, heart attack. Now you're trying to take it back, but you blew it, capiche? Stupid, silly, dumb noodle with the humdrum attitude. Silly, come loud.
Okay, hi.
No one gives a fuck
Um,
about who your daddy is.
Gonna do a swap with title, but while I'm opening the title, and again, it's raw audio, it's not in time, that's not the point. It's just testing how it sounds. So I'll do this, and then we'll exit out of this. I'm actually going to exit out of Epic, because Epic, again, tends to linger. End task. End task. Ooh. So this is kind of where I'm at. Essentially what's happening is these
can actually see here, this is me picking up through the mic back there for the kick. This is like kick, or no, this is kick. The other one is overheads. Because I only have 2 plugins, I'm kind of just trying to make it sound good. I think I had fans going even when I was doing this, but it's not like, I don't know if it's going to be very loud. I know it's interesting. You guys aren't hearing what I'm hearing. Let's try something. So this is actually, I think the issue that I'm having is it's not going over because I'm in the wrong. I might have to be in this scene and then actually like full swap over. So I guess we can test this real quick. If everything is all right, you won't be able to hear me for a second. Actually, you'll only be able to hear me when I'm not playing stuff. Which isn't bad for raw sound. Here, I'll give you some. When I like thwack the snare, and also I've noticed like if my head is over, I'm blocking the sound. My thick skull blocks the sound, so I gotta like be careful about sitting back so it can all reach everywhere. And let me swap it again. I wish I could. Here, actually, here's how we're going to fix it. Okay, so now when I press the button, you should be able to hear it on this screen. So I'll kind of swap through. This is all mislabeled. Yeah, these are backwards. This is the kick. Kick. And that's the overhead. But yeah, it was just me like it's gonna take a while to like recalibrate, get my muscles used to moving. But it's like I don't think you're coming in at an interesting point. We're not actually doing Fortnite. I'm talking about I've started recording my drums behind me, and so this is like there's an overhead mic and then a kick mic. So I'm trying to get my raw sound good. I guess this is what we were doing.
Oh, yo, what's up, Fresh? Yeah, no, I got Ableton Live set up. Actually, I'm curious if you have an opinion too. So there's one overhead that's pointed at my snare. And then there's one that's inside my kick drum. And that's all I have right now. So I'm basically trying to get a live, like just from mics, there's nothing on it, it's all raw audio. But I want to get it sounding good before I move on. So the last 2 days I've been like tuning drums. Yeah, no, the raid pulled through. Thank you. I don't have kick notifications for that, I guess. Yeah, no, I've known Jaquette. He was one of the first probably 25 people I followed maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. But yeah, and again, forgive my drumming. I'm sure any musician is gonna be like, this is trash, but it's practice, so it's supposed to be trash. I'm just kind of messing with everything. I'm just gonna skip through, think about what needs to change. I added tape to the cymbals. I tried to keep it like in the bell so the bell was more dry and the outsides could still ring out. No, 4 to 5 years ago, not 45. No. Thank you, Jay. Here, hold on. Let me also. This is the sound that I'm kind of with right now. With my snares is sounding alright. I think my toms sound okay. You can hear it. That's what I'm talking about, is when my head is forward, you don't hear everything. So you can hear that I'm leaning. You can hear that I'm leaning over the mic. And that's not good. And then when I'm like slapping it, it gets like loud as shit. I'm wondering though if it's yeah, I'm curious what you think. I think the thing that matters most, I think the cymbals sound okay. I think the cymbals sound good enough. I'm wondering what you all think of the snare, which is always gonna be hard. I think the little notes sound okay. And I think this is a good example. You can hear that I'm leaning back here because there's like high end that's like not getting filtered by my fat head. Oh, right. I definitely like flubbed that. Kick does weird stuff. Wait, what are you talking? Hold on. Let me read everything. And manually come over. Here, actually, I don't even. I don't. The shared chat I use, I can't just click and follow either. So I guess if you just send me a message on Kick, I guess, if you stream there, because Fresh is the only Kick streamer I follow that streams. There was one person who introduced me to the site back when I was new. I followed them, but yeah, here, I'll throw a couple more on. Again, it's not in time. I haven't played in, like, actually 2 years. It's gonna be better, my playing, but it's the sound I'm concerned about. Oh my god, that's so much louder to me than it probably is to you all. You guys aren't even hearing that, are you? Actually, before turning that down. Okay, but yeah, and I think, again, for like a 2 mic sound, it's not bad, I don't think. I'll zoom into. I'm still learning this as a DAW too. This could also all be crap. I think my head is in front of it there. That's what I'm talking about though, is like, I think like 2/3 of this, my head is over this the snare. Yeah, no, it's been a long time since I've done it. So I think once my muscles are used to it, I think it'll be clean again. I don't know. But yeah, I guess dude, I'm just fucking it's not even me like playing beats. It's me playing with the intention of just hitting everything at every volume. I can show you the setup actually. I made stuff already so that when I start, so like the cam movement, I have a button to unlock it. But this is what I'm working with right now. I'm borrowing some sound stuff. I'm borrowing this. This is sound stuff. I covered it in a blanket so Misa isn't gonna be. There's actually one of these pads for the corner wedged between the snare drum and the cymbal stand. I think considering like all the walls that could be reflecting, I'm using, I assume, like maybe Fresh and 2 other people might know what I mean. I'm just using like a cardioid pattern, so it's only picking up down instead of grabbing all the ceiling reverb. And then it's literally just like dead center above my snare pointing down. And that's I'm hoping that I can figure out how to get what do you mean? I'm not sure I know what that is, honestly. Even I feel like a lot of this is just, I've been around a lot of musicians who are really good, and so it's this just something my dad had lying around, honestly. When I grabbed everything that was not needed, so I was like, all right. gonna take it and see if I can use it. And I think without that, it would probably sound horrible, honestly. But I think the kick sounds pretty good by itself. Hold on, I'll isolate the kick drum, because that's the one it's not even mixed between them, really. But if I stop one of them, how do I even do that? I think if I go to off. I don't even know how to I downloaded this yesterday. Oh, right, you guys need the... My head's over the snare. Okay, but yeah, I think the kick I'm happy with. It's the snare is the one thing I'm concerned about, but I think 90% of the time it is me user error slouching. This is also a 20-minute thing, and this is like take 6. So I was tired. I'll say that too. I know it's like really sloppy. I'm hoping once I get it together, we can just be doing this live. Like as I work on this end, I'm working up my muscles, and then in real time I just wanna like play along with songs I like. I was thinking about also there was a Lewis Cole video on how to play some of his beats, and I could do this sticking for like 2 of them with the kick and high, like I could do that all of my limbs. The problem is he's not just smacking on it. He's like doing palm muting shit, and like it's not easy. Dude is a robot. Yeah, the whole video, you can hear me just like as I'm like having to adjust stuff. And actually, I think if you listen at the beginning, when I'm leaning away, the snare sounds good, but at the end, I'm like stepping away and making adjustments, like tape or something. A lot of it is literally just tape. Once the drums are tuned, you find out which one is too ringy. There was one that had a weird like dong. I don't know how to make the right sound. It sounded stupid. That's the way to put it. Like literally like a dong. And I was like, all right. Like that's when you use the tape. Yeah, thank you. So my right now I have to make sure I fix it. I'm going to manually do it in OBS. I have a button that swaps all of the mics. Like it hits the toggle on all the mics all the audio inputs I have attached. Brain rot. I should pull this down. Sloppy. But that's something, I can clean that up real fast. It's that I am tired. The earlier takes, actually, I was surprised with some of them. For the most part, yeah, I haven't hung out on Kick that much. If you send me people, I could check some people out, but I just don't. Dude. And that's the thing, is you can hear it, it's like stilted. But if you can hear that it's stilted, it's just a matter of doing things differently. I think, too, I need something to bring this down. Just stupid. I don't know. But that doesn't... And you can hear again. That's what it sounds like when I'm leaning over it. It just sounds like hollow. I'm excited though. I think within the week. Maybe just like classic rock. Electronic gets really tiring. I've been trying to play with Necrodancer stuff, and oh my god, it's just... It just dropped audio, and that's the thing, is I don't understand this program yet. Something about this just dropped audio from my headset. So I can't hear. All I found is if I turn it off and back on again, it fixes. But yeah, there's nothing to save here. This was already saved, so I'm just gonna exit out. This was the only big thing I really needed, was I needed an interface to just plug stuff in. I'm sorry, I didn't realize it would send out that click. I apologize to any headphone users. I assume it's working. Gonna run on that for a little bit. I do need to update to the new game. I'm gonna skate a little bit. What if we played Skate together? Copy, skate. Scroll, save. But yeah, I'm hoping essentially that can also be like exercise. I think that's something fun that I like actually want to do. I think that matters. Dude, I was so tired. I just, like, when I was done drumming, I think for the first time I'd like really worked up a sweat in a long time, like really, just where it's like
I was like, all right. So just like laid down in a bath and was like exhausted physically. Right, I need to make sure that loop back gets muted. And the idea, the reason it has to be muted is because the toggle, if my mic stays on when I run back there, where it's on with my mic, it could get double A, because it could pick that up while picking this mic up. But I guess the other problem, I forgot what I said. I lost my sentence, like mid-sentence. Right. There's no way this webcam would do anything good with the drum sound. So I want to make sure that when I turn on the drum mics, that mic turns off. That would sound like the worst. Dude, also, I was thinking about it. I'm kind of a sucker for overcranked snares. Oh my god, that's loud. And so I think I, like, slightly overcranked mine. I don't know if I can commit. Am I, oh my god, it's still doing this shit. I need water. Beautiful. Yep. I'm sure that's exactly how it's supposed to look. Thank you, Skate. You read my mind. And it is save changes, you just don't remember it for some reason. Or has this not happened? Oh! Was it LA? I thought it was Vegas. Or the one that's upcoming? I only heard about one. I need water. Maybe there's an even bigger one in LA. Everything is loud as shit. I guess I could just gonna dial it down on your end. I have to keep it 100. What I should do as well is there's a way where you can check the gain and set gain digitally. And I think I've heard people say that the knobs are a little wobbly. They've got knobbly wobs. And so it would be important to, if it's like bumped, it would be nice to have a way to reset it. So that it's, yeah, not like that. But yeah, I mean, if I get really lucky, you know, honestly, it's probably a ways out just because I don't know a lot of the production and stuff. Like, I know vaguely, like, alright, here, you know, I got EQ. I can make this sound less like this. Like, I have saturation. I can make it sound more or less, you know, saturated or whatever. Like, you can have it, whatever. It doesn't even matter. But I don't really know. I'm using the phrasing again. I guess how to have them interact with each other. Like, ideally, and I'm not even sure if it's possible in real time the same way it is. I assume it is. I might be able to use a limiter, but I also don't want to like lose dynamic with the limiter or like compressors too much. I want something crisp. Really, that's at the end of the day, that's what I want to wind up with. That's so weird. Wait, so you did it already? I'm not sure I know that place. I mean, I didn't go everywhere. I played mostly like when I was out there living out there. We would play like dive bars. Like there's a bar by the UNLV called the Dive Bar. We just go there. They, like, give us drink tickets. Stuff like that, you know? But nothing like serious. I had friends though who would like get gigs on the strip. It's a long story. Opportunities were slightly, not even slightly. It was affected by COVID, right? And that's where I was when that like hit. So it was not as many live shows, you know. A lot of bands at that point kind of, I feel like, went into recording mode, which is why I have a decent mic, right? Dude, I actually Googled my mic, and it got more expensive since I bought it, and I feel like I made a good investment. And then I'm borrowing the kick mic. But it was the mic I was using for like vocal stuff, and I think I misunderstood things about recording. I think then that I know a little bit better now. Like, part of me liked the proximity effect of being like close to a mic on my voice, but I think I liked it too much. And so I would sometimes you don't need that. I don't know, and it was weird. A lot of the stuff with the band didn't release because it's also there was a lot going on. That was around the time I had that car wreck that made things different, recording, and just my energy level really different. And so it was hard. I don't want to say I was driving it, because I was 100% not. But I was kind of the person that was like, we should record this stuff. I think this is good. And I think a lot of the other people were more live focused, and so the solution was like, hey, we're gonna do everything. And we were getting together like 4 or 5 days a week. Sometimes for hours, just like, I don't know. It was a lot. But I don't know, I got a lot of musician friends I trust. I think I don't know if I'm being a perfectionist with my snare drum. That's the only thing about the recording that upsets me. And I think that it is user error. I'm gonna be honest. I have dual... I don't even know what it's called anymore. It's the snare with the circle in the middle. So it's got two tones. There's the edge tone, and then when you hit the center, it gets a totally different tone. And I'm hitting the edge. And if you like slap it, that's really good for like little ghost note things to have that other tone. But if you like lay into it on that edge, it can sound a little... There's no beef. Dude, I feel so stupid talking about music stuff sometimes because I don't really know a lot of like technical terminology. I just know like that doesn't sound right because there's this missing, but what is that? That's when you wind up talking about like spongly guitar tone or something. You're just relying on the booba kiki effect to invent a word that sounds like what's up with your tone. Oh my god. Like when I called the drum stupid earlier, it's like... Well, I don't know how to explain stupid. It sounded like it was mocking a drum set. Like, duh. You know? Like that kind of thing. As a drum tone, like, duh. And when I hit it, it sounded stupid. What is that? What quantifies stupid? Stupid drum tone. And I'm pretty sure it's just that's a matter of the overtones, and I think I might have to go back on the bottom head of the floor drum and lower a hair. And that's the thing, is I can be a very bad mix of like, well, I'm going to be perfectionistic about this and then not give a shit about something else that's important. And that's why I'm trying to be like careful, you know, like, hey, I'm only using 2 mics because if I wanted a better thing, it would have been another like $200. And if it gets there, then doesn't matter. I'm not. It's not that serious, you know. It's just me trying to get a good sound on my drum, so I can do fun stuff. Ta-da! But that's the big thing. Is first of all, I need to figure out how I'm getting my pad over there so I can swap between you guys talking and you guys being able to hear everything. The thing that makes me nervous too is it may come down to me relying on gut, and I don't like that. Like, cause I can be like, oh, I'm hitting this too hard, that's loud, cause my head is by the mic. So if I hear it loud, and that's why also I've been thinking about trying again to minimize the wall behind me, shooting it down. Some people mic like right here, and I could just point it down. Well, actually, it would be my left shoulder. with the idea that it would be a little less splashback. But the problem is that it could also be more Tom. And I also... It's literally, so I generally play... I don't know if you guys know drummer terminology. I play like a lowrider. That's me. Everything is... I don't, like... And I don't know how to describe it to someone who's not a drummer. Like, you ever see Dave Grohl play in Nirvana videos, and his cymbals are, like, way up there? Well, that's the thing, too, is that recording is shit. I had fans going. Like, that is literally me trying to dial in my snare tone. And it's a trash recording meant only for the purposes of me adjusting. Yeah, I'm not even sure where I would put it, though, is the thing. It's like there's like no room. I'm gonna be honest, that's that's why I'm confused about this, because initially I was gonna have a music stand. But again, I'm essentially thinking back to... You could call it 1940s miking technique, even though it's very much not. But when it comes to like thinking about the distance and how loud something is in real life versus trying to get it at post. I also realize I cannot wear these when I am drumming. I've already smacked myself in the face a few times, and if I smacked it and it like shattered... Wow. It would be less than ideal. The other thing I could do is, I think there's a little bit of ring. Use PVC foundations for each instrument in a small apartment. Foundation? You mean like placing pipe down and then playing on top of... Oh. When I was in Vegas, the apartment had a walk-in closet. My ex had like a lot of clothes in there. Not a ridiculous amount, but that's where her clothes were stored now. So it was like... It was actually pretty nice for recording. Like, it was literally a thing where you're like clapping and you hear everything splashing back. And then you walk in there and you clap. And it's like a click. It's like, oh. Like, you feel the difference walking into the room. How different it sounds. One foot grab. Well, 1 foot grab. Yeah, the thing is, I think I need all the rest of the room to like walk around in. It's already a squeeze getting back there. It's gonna be goofy. I think though it's not a bad angle. I think run my cable over. Not a bad view. I would definitely point it higher up. You get my chair out of the way, but I think that looks like something. I'm wondering. I don't even know what I'm gonna play. I know that if I did classic, I used to do a lot of like both classic rock and like, I don't know what I call it, just general rock stuff. Would be pretty easy. But everything I've been listening to recently, like some of it is like breakcore, and it's like, you know, I'm not gonna fucking play breakcore. There's a 0% chance of breakcore happening on stream. But yeah, let me 360 spin and Super Dude. I think it's just a matter of the production, really. Production / mixing. And then remembering to lean back and be mindful of, like, cymbal smashing. But that could happen in a week. Honestly, I'll probably raid out to this guy tonight. It's like I literally went on Twitch and went into the music category and I just started scrolling through. I was like, alright, I'm gonna find somebody who's in Ableton. And I'm just gonna ask him my stupid question. You wanna know the question? I spent way too long. Because it came down to like, alright, well I've spent like an hour or two on this. I can either call Motu customer service and ask them the dumb question, or I can go into somebody's stream and ask the dumb question. The guy was really nice, he was really helpful. Going over backwards. Dude. But yeah, the thing that was wasting my time was I couldn't find the master. I got off before I finished it. I couldn't find the master bus. I don't know the term. The slider where it shows the master volume. It's like, what the fuck is happening? So I've used like Cakewalk, I've used Reaper. Like seen a bit of Pro Tools. I can't use it, but I'm a little familiar. And it's it's called Main. That was it. Which like it was what I was starting to wonder, because that's what the tutorials. It's like all the tutorials are outdated. And that's the thing I was noticing too, was I was looking online and I've never really thought about who is this DAW for almost. Cause yeah, my gut was like I am tempted to use FL. I just hear good things, and I've heard it's easy. As far as a DAW can be, you know. And I mean, it came. I had a free trial with my card thing, so I was like, all right. I just looked into it, and it sounds like I'm trying to live mix. I bought my card. It's basically like a podcaster audio card, I'm not gonna lie. But it's the Motu M2, which like people were raving over online who have it. So it's like $200, but it has loopback audio as a separate channel, so I can pick up my loopback audio while picking up my 2 tracks. That's great. And it's gonna be all in time with itself, because when I tried it with my old DAW, the latency I think is like, I think it was only like 2.5 milliseconds or something insane like that through the USB-C cable. So it's like you guys will see it in real time. It'll be meshed with the camera. It'll all be in time with it. So that's why I stopped karaoke streams, because it wasn't in time with itself. I was always coming in late because it would process me at a different time. And so, yeah, and it would be cool too if I heard somebody else, I think Roster had been talking about it. I was like, dude, I would plan it for the same night and see if he wanted to it's just fun. I'm hopeful. It's really just how fast can I figure out what I'm doing? Because I know a lot of musicians, but I don't think they use what I use. Logic Pro Mix Script, which is I have none of those. That's the thing too, is like, I think all of them can do it. And also it's a setup once thing. Once this is done, I don't have to do it anymore, hopefully. Cause I'm gonna be real. I know it's important, and I give a shit about hearing things that have been produced, obviously, right? You want it to sound good. But like when it comes to the technical side, that's just not my interest. I wanna smack stuff. I wanna smack stuff. See, and I feel like this also makes some of the other stuff on the channel kind of make sense. Wait, by which one? I mean, I think Ableton is designed already for the most part to do what I'm doing. Because again, it's just 3 tracks, and I already have it set up in Ableton. So the problem is not my DAW, the problem is me. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to... It's the technical side. So what I have to do is I need... It's gonna involve like bussing. Oh, that's the thing, is I'm just trying to do it like a podcast. OBS is enough. I'm just playing along with stuff for fun. But Ableton can do any of the effects I have. And actually, I have a link that maybe you already have that I can send it to you fresh. Mentioned get programs, and I know they're there, but like it's not the part I enjoy doing. I like listening to music. I like playing music. Production makes my ears unhappy. Like I thought it would be something I would really like, but like I'm somebody who obsesses until my ears are just cooked. Like I'll re-listen until it's just like gonna sound like shit no matter what. Which is part of why I'm not sure how the mixing thing is gonna go, is like I need a snappy, punchy snare that's going to work for like, because I think it would be fun to do like, you can find jazz songs like backing tracks, and I could just drum to Moon Dance by Van Morrison, like whatever, doesn't matter. Take the A Train, something stupid, doesn't matter. What matters is my volume. I need to figure out how I'm staying the same volume. And I also need my kick. I'm just like still working it out verbally while I work it out mentally. I guess I need, when I'm playing quietly, it would be nice if both the kick and the overheads got a little louder. Should be a matter. I'm not sure it can adjust like that in real time. What I might do too is just pick like one volume and try and stay that volume, which is probably the most ideal thing. But I know as I get into it, I get loud. And that's the problem, is like, I don't even know if these settings are gonna last, you know, because technically it's like, I'm not playing along with anything. When I get into it, I'm the drummer that breaks drums. Not like drums, I'm sorry, like drum heads and stuff. Like all of those heads on those drums are over a decade old, with one exception, the kick. Cause I fucking punched through it. My beater. I stomped the kick. That's the same thing that happened to my hi-hat when I was setting up, is I like stomped the hi-hat and a nut shot off of it and it vaporized. And to go get another. Dude, actually that reminds me of a story. I was taking the bus today. And they have like those pull cables. And the bus was like, there was a lot of people there. And I just like went, it was like my stop, and I like pulled it, and I swear it was just a normal pull. And it like yanks the cable out. And I can like hear people like people kind of laugh, and I like look back and it's like kind of like a seriously type thing, and then I go tell the driver and he kind of laughs too, and it's like, I didn't even yank it, like it was literally like a I was so chill. I don't know. That's my favorite way up. I think I've basically figured out how to do that. Oh, one more time. Oh. That just sounds like somebody saying, that's what my name would be if I had a lisp. I should just look up the trick. But yeah, and so what I might do too is tomorrow off stream, because I'm a perfectionist, just double check everything while leaning back, slap away, and then we'll come in and potentially, if I can get stuff sounding good, it just becomes a matter of figuring out how to mix. Sounds so stupid. Figuring out how to mix the volume so that it's a good volume compared to my stuff. Because I'm not going to have monitors in my headphones because I hear the drums. The drums are loud as shit. Headphones, even cabled headphones, like my headphones when I'm playing drums, I have earplugs in. Yeah, always ear protection. That's a big fucking deal. Always use ear protection at concerts. But yeah, I just like shove them in there, and then I have the headphones, which also kind of muffle stuff. So I hear like muffled low end of whatever I'm gonna play along with. So it'll be interesting because I'll probably need some feedback because it could just be me loud as shit compared to it, or maybe I'm not as loud as I think. Again, though, I want to find a balance where it just sounds good without trying. I think I know what I'm doing. You know, like I know, and again, I was burnt out. I was tired. I was out of time. But I know I'm out of time. I know why I'm out of time. It's because I gotta get strong. Honestly, that's what it breaks down to. You can't be a little bit drunk. Modified grabs, right? Or, I don't know, but yeah, I think it might literally be tomorrow that I can boot in, and it's not me drumming yet, but we can start the production end, and then the other thing is, before we do that, I need to remember all fans have to be off. Like I have a fan pointing at me. It's just a whole mental checklist. But yeah, it would be cool if tomorrow we could get it produced up the day after that. We could be playing along to get the mix. That's like all that needs to be done. Again, the snare could sound better. I think it's a lot of it is me. RTLTB. Some of that has to do with like some physical therapy stuff too, I think. Because there was a while where I was I've been doing a stretch where I put my arm up against something and then I lunge into it, and like every 2 hours I can do that and I hear stuff like slip back into place. So I've been trying to keep it in place so that my muscles are being better. Yeah, and honestly, I feel crazy just saying it. But dude, acupuncture makes me feel so much better. Like, that was my nightmare as a child. And it was like, basically my worst nightmare happened yesterday. And it wasn't bad. No, 2 days ago. And it wasn't bad. They put one in beneath. Also, it's so strange, because like, She put one, like, the equivalent of here, like, beneath my shoulder blade. And I, like, felt like it was, like, wet, warm feeling going down my arm. And then, like, literally 5 minutes later, the guy next to me and the other one are talking about, no, in a good way. In a good way. Like, relief, warm, wet feeling. No pain. Well, so there was one that hurt, and then there was one that felt really good. I got distracted. The one that hurt was on this side, and she basically, like, went to adjust it, and it, like, just felt really achy. And it felt like a needle moving under my skin. Generally, when she moves around the needles, it feels like a massage, like, under my skin. Like, it feels so good sometimes. But the one on this side, like, I felt it, like, relief running down my arm that I didn't even realize I needed in my arm. And then, right, 5 minutes later, the guy next to me, because it's like a split room with two people, they were talking about chi, and he was like, yeah, it's like little rivers, like, of relief running down your body. It's like... So it's weird to be at a doctor's office, and it's like, what's this feeling I'm experiencing? And it's like, that's your chi moving. It's like, oh... What do you do with that? Dude, I thought that was all, like, total crap. Honestly. I actually thought that was, like, total BS crap. I didn't know why people did it. Same with Cairo. Cairo, if you get a good Cairo... So I'll say also, like, probably half of Cairos are just scammers. And you don't know which ones are scammers until you get a good one. But yeah, I am trying to be better about posture and stuff. Been feeling a little better, so it's like I've been trying to do, like, strong people things. When I can. The first day I drummed, I ragdolled. Like, I think I drummed like an hour. And I laid down in my bed. That was the rest of my day. So yeah, it was like the just crazy post workout. I don't know. I need to channel Lewis Cole when I'm drumming. He, like, barely moves, and honestly, that's... It depends what you're trying to do. I remember you talking about that, but I don't remember... It was just like a needly thing you lay on, right? No, but, like, not ones that, like, go through your skin, just like bed of nails, right? That's circus performer stuff. I have a ball roller that I use sometimes. Right, there was something I was going through, because I've been writing down all the bits I've had too. Right. And I had one today. It's like, I kind of know it's not real. You just run with it. I was just thinking about, like, I've never been in an ambulance, and I was like, what if, you know, they're really loud. Could you imagine, like, being in a massive accident, and then the sirens are just blaring? You have to listen to that crap all the way there, and then you, like, go to complain to your EMT, and they just... What? That's it. That was the thought I had.
It wasn't even an ambulance. The thing that got me initially was like it was a fireman's truck. It's like a much darker joke at that point. What they couldn't hear. It's like, nah, we gotta water that one down a bit. You know, aside from that, I think there was only one other bit I hadn't said on stream. Because I think generally when I think of it, it's like, I'll start on my, like, goofy thought or whatever. Hold on, let me finish this. And it's like a George W. Bush moment. Watch me take this swing, whatever, right? I actually forgot about that one. I got an everything salad, but it was missing a lot of stuff. But the one that didn't make it on stream, we were talking in another guy's chat, and I commented in his Twitch chat, "Why is it called substance abuse? No, they are not abusing me. It is consensual." I have not. I don't think I've heard about that outside of anime, honestly. Doesn't all have to be in one. I was also thinking though, what could happen too, and the reason I mentioned dialing in gain digitally versus with the knobs is because if I can write that down, I can just plug in an SM57 and like do karaoke streams again. I actually felt kind of like, I felt very lucky by just what I've been able to scrap together from just stuff I already have, stuff that's lying around, or like it's getting there. The cymbals need more of that like sizzly sound. I don't know how to describe any other way than that. Which some of it is like EQ, I think. Some of it is maybe saturation. Some of it is maybe... let's see, EQ, saturation. It may be like, I wouldn't want to overdo compression, but like a little bit. I'm probably gonna have to do something to the master track, even though I'm mixing in audio just to like mesh my drums with whatever I'm playing out. And that's the thing is like, I'm sure there's a million things. I actually found a video where a guy talks about mixing drums made with one mic. And the drums sounded pretty good going in.
I think I have a little bit more to do and I'll have pretty good in sound. Could also be that I have audio engineer friend or something. Dude, honestly, he's been busy as shit. That's the band that was on. That's why it's like, well, probably not even going to bother. I think they actually just finished their tour, but like, chilling. I was also thinking, like, I don't know. We'll see. Essentially, I was thinking about, like, setting up. I wonder how hard it would be to build, like, probably really hard, but to build, like, a client base for drum lessons. It's like, I don't know. I feel like that's something I know how to do. That's something I like talking about. I've taught it. I've not like formally taught, but I've like showed my friends stuff before, and we had fun, you know. I think it's just interesting troubleshooting stuff like that, because at the end of the day, it's like, well, how do you make something click in somebody's brain? Like, it's not always gonna be the same thing, and that makes it interesting. Dude, this music resetting again and again. This... Read about the people will name their kids like Sun, and they'll name their kids Moon. They'll name their kids Sunshine. But I've never met anybody whose kid is named Moonshine. I'm glad I started writing that stuff down, though. I do think it would be funny to, like, maybe go to a comedy club and just, like, honestly bomb. I think it would be funnier if people don't find it funny, because it's not that funny. But people not finding it funny, like, just saying stupid shit to a dead audience, that's funny. What we got here? But like, you hear, I was listening to the drums there, it's like his cymbal was pretty loud compared to his snare. Well, that's the thing, is a lot of those places don't want you filming inside, or like not streaming inside, I think. I don't know, because a lot of them are 21 plus. I asked once, that's why I never did like karaoke from a karaoke bar stream. It's because I asked at mine and they're like, you can't record in here. I was like, oh, okay. Glad I asked, you know. Comedy stream. That's the thing, is I don't feel like it's. I feel the funny thing. Like, I have this way it goes down, and because a lot of them are just like it's funny how unfunny I think some of them are. Why do people wear construction helmets when they're taking down buildings? Shouldn't they have destruction helmets? Maybe something. What the fuck am I talking about? Maybe something to let them make more use of headbutting. What the fuck am I talking? I feel like it's just me writing shit down half asleep. Why? Yeah. Why do they call it a building? It's already finished. You can just call it a build. Shorter. I think my favorite of all of them though is the one that made me like start writing them down, which is why do they call the happiest day of the week Saturday? Shouldn't it be like happier day or something? That's the first thing I wrote down. I was like, I need to write that down, and I made a notepad in my phone. I don't know, words are funny. And then I have a few different journals, essentially. Like that journal being places where I write my thoughts. Not necessarily physical, not necessarily like a journal. Like I have the jokes one for just stupid shit like that I think of. I have like notes for like what I need to get done. I have notes just thinking. That's just talking about my life. I don't know, I think it's good to I don't know how to put it. It's not just about thinking. I was thinking about that. I also did notice something. I was thinking about changing my name at one point on here. And first I noticed SPO was open, and I got excited, but you have to have 4 letters for a Twitch username. So I was like, oh, okay, well, that's why that one is taken. I was thinking of, I saw Spozone was open. Like, it's got a better ring, but also like, I feel like I see other people with Zone. I'm not sure what I think about it. It wouldn't be hard to update. I don't feel like it's something I say ever. It would just be like, this was the name. That's why I think it's got a ring to it though. It's like, it almost sounds familiar already. Dude, I'm done hearing about Chuck. But I was thinking about swapping over. Again, I think I want something that's like 4 or 5 letters that I really like. But there's not much to do if I keep the first 3. because anything you add pretty much is gonna change the pronunciation of the first 3 letters, and it's like, well, at that point it's a different name. Yeah, it's just something I've mentioned it before, like over the years. Like, yeah, I'm not attached to this name, but I don't really care enough to think of anything else. It also makes it easier to just have like something adjacent to a 3-letter tag, which I like. Short. I don't know. I could also put it up as like a Discord thing, but I don't think anybody actually cares. I don't think it matters. This game feels good. I feel like I want it to be tomorrow so that I can mess with this stuff. Because that's the thing, is like basically I can have, it's loud. I have to be conscious of time. It's like, well, if 2 mics is good enough for John Bonham, he should be fine. Drummers have gotten by on less. But again, that's why it's kind of my mindset, just like old school music. Like, that's why jazz has brushes. It's because the drums were too loud. The kick or the snare, they back when they recorded with needles and stuff on physical, like wax and stuff, it would pop the needle off if you were too loud. So if the drummer kicked, it could ruin your take if they kick too hard. And the drums were, even when they were placing them far away, often too loud. So they gave them brushes, and they just like, that wasn't actually how it was being played in the clubs. That's how it was played in the recordings, and people heard the recordings. And they were like, wow, I want to play with brushes. Brush stuff is cool. I don't know if I got brushes still. Yeah, no, like old school jazz was not. It's interesting though, because there's actually a lot of that in music history where the technology influences what can be done. Like, until you had the synth, you didn't really have electronic music, you know? Just things, which is like a no-brainer, right? Like, of course not. Like, you kinda need certain things to do certain things. And it's interesting too, because as a practice, I think it's good to be aware of your limitations. The way I've heard it put is like, dude, if you're trying to sound like that other guy and get his tone or play like him, like, it's really hard. But you're gonna have to do a lot of work. But if you make what you have sound the best that your stuff can sound, it's a lot easier. That's why it's like, do I need new drum heads? even though they're a decade old and sound a little flat. Like, no, I don't think they need a ton more punch. That's not. I don't know. It sounds fine. I think that's not really what I'm going for. And again, it's like, dude, once you're buying new drum heads, you might need like 2 for every 5 piece, and then you're whacking out with 10, and they can be like 20 to 50 bucks each. Like, nah. I play my drum heads like I play my drumsticks, like until they are like unusable. Which I think it's interesting playing with maple sticks versus hickory. Historically, I played Vic Firth and really just that kind of style drumstick. They're using hickory because of the weight. And I ordered from Amazon to replace them, and I didn't bother checking the wood. I was like, alright, well, these are cheap. What are they made of? Maple? That's fine. And it is fine. It changes the sticking a little bit. First of all, it's like a softer wood, so they're getting really dinged up fast, but they don't splinter as much, so they might stay together despite the dings. But also what I like about it is it's lightweight. Like, they probably, each stick is only 2/3 as heavy as if it were hickory, I think. Like, and I wound up Googling it. And they might be like 40 grams or something versus like 75 or something weird like that. But it's like, it's notably less. But there's also like this bounce to them. Like I was Googling to see if anybody actually liked them. Before I was even going to try them, I had to see if people used them. Because if people don't use them, there's a reason. Dude, I haven't seen that yet, no. Oh my god, my train of thought. Give me a second. Right. And so I looked online, and people were saying that some people don't like hickory sticks. And the way they described it was they felt like they were hitting something with a chair leg instead of a drumstick. And I have my old pair. They're not in great condition. And I was going back and forth and trying them. And I think it's gonna be an adjustment. I'll watch it in a second, Dragon. I think it's gonna be an adjustment, but I like the response of the maple sticks. Like, again, I don't know the technical term, but like you can feel the vibrations in your hand more in a way that makes me feel like more connected with the hit. Like, it vibrates much more than the hickory stick, I think. And also, because it's lighter weight, I have to worry less about volume. Which hopefully in the end, all of that equates to more control once I adjust to that stick. Let me pull this video up. With water. But yeah, so I guess tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow, if things go well, we might be able to start drum streams. I might be tired tomorrow too. I might just pass out and not want to do anything. So we'll see. Dude, this is 100% AI. Not the music, but whatever this guy is. Wait, oh my god. You know who this is, right? Is this not the very good bad guy? What's his... No, hold on. No, there's a... Am I not? What's the guy's name? Dude, why are people... What's No, it's a different V-name. Dude, that stash. It's Freddie Mercury. Sorry, I hit mute with both of my hands. I think it would be fun to, like, I'm debating, I think I might, there would be rules, like I'm not gonna try a breakcore song, and I'm not gonna try anything with double kick, because there's not room set up. That might change, but I don't think, at the beginning I can't do anything double kick or anything too crazy. I think it would be fun to do. Just take whatever. Yeah, that... Like, the fastest I ever got... The coolest double bass thing I could play... I could not play it at full speed, but at one point I could play the Becoming by Pantera drum part at like 90% speed. But like, I have to play it for the people who don't know it, so they know why I was happy that I made it that far. It's basically, it's like that. Double hits on your right foot. So you can do like triplets with your feet. And you're doing that while... Your hands aren't doing anything hard. It's just literally your feet. Your hands are just like basically the simplest drum beat ever. Let's see. It's literally the opening one. You hear what I mean with like... Yeah, I haven't listened to that in a long time. I'm trying to remember the guy.
Cause I gotta take. I gotta see Mike Portnoy live with Transatlantic when they were all touring in together. It's not like heavy, and I'm not sure it's really your thing. There's some like parts you might like. It's like prog rock. Where is it? Oh wait, they got back together. No? It's all live albums. Oh no, that's all like this one was a good one. No, no. SM this one. Here, they do a Beatles cover on this. But it's like frog. It's not a Beatles cover. They like quote that song. My crash is too loud listening to this. I like this too. He has like 2 snares. If you have stereo, you can really hear the 2 drums because they're hitting differently in the different ears. Here, I'll forward to the Beatles part. Where is it? It's at the very end. Doesn't matter. But yeah, this album was good. Sure, but that one was good. He can throw down like a fat groove. Next week says the song ended. Wait, which song? I don't know if that's it's Octavarium a song. I assume that was a band. I don't know his projects that well. Oh. Yeah. Unless you're on for the album. The long tracks can be really rare. I don't know. I'm just like still thinking about what I even would really want to do. Because again, I've just been dicking around. I don't even know what style drums I'm tuning to. I'm just kind of tuning to like, this sounds good. But when I get into production, it's like I need a drum sound where I can play anything and it sounds okay. I am hiccuping so much.
just think it would be fun to do something though, where like if I did drum streams, I would wind up having to play songs again and again. It would be cool to like put those on YouTube if I like got a really good take. Again, I have no idea what it takes to like record and store waves that long. But like even right now, I could probably do like Beatles or Nirvana. I wouldn't want to be doing any like Green Day. But like those are the kinds of things I started playing along with, so I think yeah. Oh, I didn't see that there. I think I'm just like getting hyper focused. I mean, I don't enjoy recording. I think that's the realization. Is getting the perfect take sucks. Like you can be really, really anal, and if it's not the right day, sometimes it's better to just drop it, but it's also something where you can get zoned out. I think it's really hard to overthink. I think it's definitely something I can be very prone to, is overthinking stuff. Like, I'm probably just gonna send the drums with the current mic configuration. I'm pretty sure I just keep doing this, because I tend to hunch over when I play. Like, just no thoughts. And it's not good. Yeah, you're like a caveman. I don't know what I'm going for there. I do like the open-endedness of this game. Like, yeah, I've heard people say like there's nothing to do. That's what's nice about it. Because they did not think people would be looking at these surfboards up close. What in old school RuneScape is that? What I really want to do, and what I'm probably not going to do for a long time, is that I want to do the Necrodancer stuff. But I know that they have, first of all, it's electronic, and I've listened to it, and there are times where there are 5 things hitting at once. Like 5 different limbs going, and it's like, okay, so then I have to make the decision of which one am I cutting? How am I merging 2 of them? Or like, how am I making room, you know? Record the whole... Well, that's the thing, is it's like, it's an acoustic. I'm not playing a MIDI drum, or I would. You want to hear it? It's pretty alright sounding. How long have I been on anyway? Dude, I haven't been on that long. I think my internal clock is off from all of that server draining. What does that mean? I'll open it back up because I was this is what I was messing around with beforehand. Should probably just make like a plugin for Ableton to open up versus going in and opening it this way. But I think we're very close to a drum stream. Oh my gosh. I just had the stupidest, easiest idea. What if I just send 2 loopbacks to OBS? Well, it would be hard to mesh them together in the same way. Yeah, this is me messing with my drum stuff earlier. I'm trying to make it sound good. Yeah. It's not about being good drumming. I forgot to say that. It's about testing all the different drums that can happen. Dum 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 dum. I think my low tom is still sharp. It's so funny, like the back and forth. I think it's just snare that's bothering me though, like listening to this. And honestly, part of what I did was the tape on the bottom of cymbals, but I also physically lowered even more lowrider into my kit. What was I doing there? Huh. That one. The cymbal, yeah, I think it's okay for raw drums at this point. That's cymbal, the one that's, so it's a crash ride, which is the problem. It's really loud. I wish I could see the waveforms. I could, but I'm lazy. That one cymbal is really loud. I know how I'm fixing it. I'm just gonna do it physically. I'm gonna push the drum further away. That's on my to-do list. That would just be, could just make it like stand up straighter and lower. It's a distance thing. That is the closest thing to the mic.
That wouldn't affect anything else though, and everything else I think sounds. I really like my hi-hat sound with that. I don't know. I think I might call it there and get to bed early so that and then I could work on I gotta work on Spanish stuff. Yeah, we'll I don't know, I just feel tired. I think I'm gonna sleep really well tonight. Um Here, I saw this I haven't been in this person's stream. They're part of a group. I think it was I followed them in roster stream, so I'm sure they are nice. Channel follower subscriber only, that's fine. Do it, do whatever you want. Yeah, so hopefully tomorrow the sound is good enough that we can get in and we'll be working in the DAW. And the day after that, I think I'm gonna send the I'll figure it out. Depends how technical I want to get and whether I want to figure out what I'm doing with side chains and buses and stupid technical stuff. I don't know. Have a good night. Hopefully I can be on tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be good.